Super Radio Brothers!
It's time for the Super Radio Brothers. I think the one just had an accident.
Yes, we are back, as if there was any doubt. Broadcasting from strategic locations all across the empire, it is the Super Radio Brothers. As always, Super Radio Father, Super Radio Trent, what is up?
What is up?
Hey!
I got sandbags around me. I don't understand this.
Oh, you got sandbags. You went out and did the sandbag thing?
No, Mom just put the sandbag on top of my head, so now I look like a pyramid here.
That's a good point. We are a week late, but we're a week late because of weather conditions.
Yes, man, because the grounds are wet right now.
The grounds are wet. Trent,
Yeah.
what's he talking? We don't need the grounds to be dry to do
Yeah,
a
man, I got
podcast.
sandbags around me. My ass is sitting on the grass.
Whoa. Your ass is on the grass?
Yeah, my ass is on the grass, son.
We should start a band and call it Asses on the Grass.
Yeah, go, baby.
Is that the song? You heard that, Trent? It's kind of catchy.
I'm I'm very concerned what this hurricane did to a Super Radio Father.
Yeah, it's had a serious impact on him.
Yes. I'm hurting, man. My brain is gone, dude.
His mental health has taken a hit, Trent, after the big storm. And
Yeah, mental health. So is my head.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So how
I
did
don't
you
think I don't think RC3 had a brain to begin with, but
Oh, I'm. Sometimes I'm absent-minded. They might say. You know?
Absent-minded.
Yeah. I'm absent-minded, and I have diarrhea of the mouth.
Oh,
that is certainly 100% accurate.
These are conditions that I suffer from, Trent. So I appreciate you as a friend acknowledging
that's right.
my shortcomings.
Diarrhea de la boca. Diarrhea of the mouth.
Somebody's got to do it.
I appreciate that.
Good, Trent.
So, it wasn't the hurricane wasn't a joke for a lot of people.
The RC2 will get this one. You just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
Oh!
You really got him excited, Trent, with that
I'm
one.
so excited, dude.
You guys can sing together.
Oh, yeah. Let's make a song, dude.
No, I'm not. No.
Trent's also.
Well, here you go. Richie Trent.
That's a great song.
What? Now we'll go. Richie Trent.
Trent, that should be the new theme song for Out of Sight Sports. What do you think?
I'm a little concerned.
Richie Trent.
Richie
Yeah.
Trent.
I'm gonna act like on Outside Sports. I'm gonna act like I have no idea who.
Well,
you
he's started his new career as a recording artist, Trent, and these are his ideas. This is
That's
artistic expression before you right now.
That's right. You should have
Okay,
seen
so
me
this
when
is
I was
we're gonna
younger.
get an inside scoop, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're seeing his creative process unfold right before you.
What are you cursing me out? What is that?
You see, that was brilliant.
No, I'm telling you.
Ass Grass, check it out. It's very good stuff. But yeah, for a lot of people, Hurricane Ian was not a laughing matter. Southwest Florida,
No, not at all. Not a laughing matter.
Nope.
So we feel for them.
Down in my strategic location, we got 90-mile-an-hour winds. We didn't have power for a couple days, but all in all, we are blessed. Unfortunately, for those in Southwest Florida, they got a long road ahead of them, and they're in my thoughts 100%.
That's right. Pray for them people down there.
Yeah, I was very lucky. Over 50. There were at one point over 50% of the people here in Flagler County lost power, but I never lost power. So
I lost power for 5 minutes, okay?
Mm.
And the dog started barking because she was watching the Animal Planet. But then they came back, and she got happy.
I was starting to get nervous because, I have 2 dogs, and it gets difficult when it's raining nonstop to get them out there and do their thing,
Right.
But it's pretty funny where the young one, the puppy, doesn't care about the rain or he just run out there and get soaked and do the whole thing. But Freya's like, I'm not going out there.
Nah, I'm not going out there.
I saw this cool thing people were doing online where they would get sod, and basically put it in their lanai.
In a small pool.
Yeah,
let the dog
exactly. I wouldn't put it in the pool because I don't think Freya would get in the pool.
No, the $10 pool?
Yeah.
You put the grass in there.
It makes sense. I think that would work.
Maybe I would have to show the dog first.
Yeah, you'd have to pee in it yourself.
Come here, Lakota.
I'd
Yeah. What do you do this?
I'll take a dump in it myself.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They'll know.
That's gross.
Anyway, yeah, exactly. Everyone there in our thoughts, our hearts, down there, Southwest Florida. Trent got through okay. We got through okay. And we're back.
Everybody stick together.
But you know what? There was a hurricane, but even with the hurricane, can you believe people were still pooping?
Yeah. I guess because it was shitty days.
No, it was very shitty
Oh.
days. Yes, from this hell we call Earth, it is the news. Thank you. And as always, in the lead, we're going to talk about poop-related news because I think in the mainstream media, this is not reported on enough. It's very important to get this information out there, and you get it right here on the Super Radio Brothers. So here's a headline for you guys. Frustration over excrement and urine at the back of a man's garden in England. Amazing.
Maybe he's behind a pub or something. I don't know.
A Nottinghamshire man has been dealing with waste, including tampons and sanitary towels, running near his back garden for 23 weeks.
The tampons got color on them?
That's a lot. That's a level of detail that's not included in this
too
story.
Much, man.
Yeah.
God.
But for 23 weeks, he had to deal with this. James Williams, 42 years old, lives with his two daughters. He has a back garden, which is situated next to a culvert and an open waterway. Although carrying water to a nearby brook, the waterway is currently littered with waste and even a dead rat.
Oh, that's nice. Meat with the food, with the drink. There you go.
Williams says that the water has been tested for excrement and urine, both of which were identified. He says it's absolutely disgusting, and you get a whiff of the smell as soon as you open the door. Now, if you get a whiff of the smell as soon as you open, how did he deal with that for 23 weeks?
Oh, my God.
Would you have waited 23 weeks to deal with that?
He had to be in the pub, man.
Now, here's the best part of the story. It's been 23 weeks. This has been going on for now, and he says, I've been amazed that it's been this long and that nobody has bothered to clean up all of the waste in the meantime. People need to know about this because ultimately it will be going into the River Trent.
Oh, River Trent.
So Trent is the shittiest river in the world.
Oh, my God.
I can't believe it.
Now we know where you're from.
The River Trent is full of shit.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, Trent, but the River Trent is full of shit.
Oh, my God.
And sanitary napkins, apparently.
Yo, you can't buy
I don't
this.
know.
You can't buy this. You can't buy this.
I don't know what happened to my river out there.
Oh, man, you need to...
It's full of shit, bro.
Yeah. Trent River is full of shit. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying all the time. And by the way, officials say that investigations are continuing. And this claim is yet to be proven that this shit and urine and all this stuff is finding its way into the River Trent, which provides drinking water.
Oh, my God, Trent, what are you doing to the people, man?
Trent, my
don't know.
goodness.
Hey, not my river.
So, I just wanted to let you know that the River Trent is full of shit.
Oh,
So
boy.
Thank you.
that was my
maybe-
goal of the whole story.
I was hoping it's the River Rich. You know that.
Yeah.
That would be,
No, it was the River Trent, surprisingly enough.
because I take riches about every day. I take it just depends on the day.
Yeah, and it seeps into the Trent River.
Oh, what is that?
Oh.
Oh,
My goodness.
That's insane.
It's amazing. I
that's shitty.
It is.
Well, happy Trent River.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, of course, we have to continue with the poop news. We go from the Trent River to China, because this is it's a bit weird. There's a Chinese wildlife staff go viral for wearing panda suits speared with, guess what? Bear feces and urine to reduce human impact.
Nice.
That's gonna wait. What? They're wearing.
Wait a minute. Human impact. What are they fighting the bears?
Yeah. well, How do them wearing panda suits smeared with poop and urine limit human impact?
What are they? What is that? Man?
It's
Help
very
me.
interesting.
Well-
Apparently they've
It is interesting. That's
Yes.
true. I find it interesting.
Yeah, sumo wrestlers.
That's
Come on.
that's not something I would do. I wouldn't put on a bear suit and smear it with poop.
Oh, hell no. I already stink.
Unless you can prove to me that it limits human impact. I don't know.
Talk to
Yeah,
me.
I don't know. But he's explaining it's they want to reduce human interactions with the animals to absolutely zero in order to erase human beings in the memory of the pandas, because apparently they don't want the pandas remembering that there were human beings, which is the weirdest thing in the world. But
What do you think of that suit?
Yeah, I don't
You're
know.
just looking at the suit right now. Look at the panda in the background.
You're going, what the hell is that?
What is that? Trent, these are the worst bear costumes ever.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a weird skinny panda that probably smells like
yeah.
shit.
Probably all the poop came out of him. Look at the one in the back. You see the one in the back?
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
He's going, hey, yo, what is that?
He's like, wait a second, this isn't right.
They said, come here, Mom.
I don't know. I can't explain why this is being considered.
Yeah, why they want to make them hate human beings?
But yeah, the panda suits are smeared with bear feces and urine to reduce human impact.
I don't know.
Yep.
man.
And
that's what's happening. So now my question is, I mean, if you were a wildlife worker over there,
Yeah.
would you wear one of those suits?
Nah, I'll quit.
you would just quit?
Yeah, I would too.
What if it's a good paying job, though?
Let's say it's all right. I'm not putting no shit on me.
The pictures of panda caregivers have been viewed millions of times and apparently attracted thousands of humorous comments. It's to, as Trent said, to erase human beings from the memory of the panda cubs, and the cubs will only interact with workers dressed as pandas, smelling like them. So apparently baby pandas smell like shit? Is that what they're trying to tell us?
I guess so. That's what I got from it.
Wow.
So what genius came up with this? Probably in the office.
It
for
doesn't
years,
look like a good idea.
No.
At least come up with some better costumes. It basically looks like a black and white T-shirt.
No, man, it looked like a poor excuse. There.
Yeah, and like those ghost costumes that are basically a sheet for Halloween. That's what it looks like on the head. It's just like a sheet, painted black
Man,
and white.
that brother better eat or something.
And it's the skinniest panda in the history
And tall.
of
Pandas ain't that tall, no?
No, pandas are huge bears, dude. These are big animals.
That's,
It's
No,
a bear.
man. It's a bear, yeah.
It's a
but
bear.
It's not
They are
height-wise.
huge.
It's
It's a big animal, dude.
width-wise, no?
Bears are big animals, and they're threatening, and they're angry, and they're horrible murdering machines and should be wiped from the face of the earth.
No way, Yogi Bear's the best. Hey, boo-boo.
Well, Yogi Bear is a fictitious
Come
character
on, man.
that glorifies this horrendous killing machine.
Yo, why you talking like that? I just said Yogi Bear.
Speaking of which, I have a story where a man had to protect his family, his dogs, his girlfriend, and what does he decide to do when the bear attacks his peoples, his doggies? What would you do if defending your peoples against a bear? Well, this guy decided, I'm going to smack the bear. And here's sound from that incident. Oh, there's the smack. And it gets growled at the bear, too, and all that. But,
Where is he?
But it worked. He smacked the shit out of the bear as it came into his lanai area
Yeah.
and started screaming like you heard. Apparently,
me.
that's how you get rid of a bear.
Oh, yeah? I say, hey,
Apparently,
yo.
so.
Oh,
I've never tried that method. I would be too scared to do that.
What method have you tried, Trent?
Well, thankfully, I haven't been in
Oh.
that situation. So
Nah, I would have said, hey, yo, Burn, look, there's a bear in the back. Go take care of that.
My I guess what my attempt would be, I would just poop myself and hope smelling like the bear will make him leave.
Don't eat me, dude.
Because apparently bears just smell like shit. So if I
Oh,
poop
my
myself,
God. Oh.
the bear will think I'm also
Oh,
a bear.
no, he'll take a bite out of your ass. I can
According
tell
to
you that.
Trent's panda
Yeah.
story.
yeah,
That's obviously the logical way to go. Now, luckily for this guy, he was able to get the bear to leave, going all Will Smith on him. But I don't think that's the way to go most of the time, probably.
Probably
no.
not.
I mean, common sense tells you no.
So
Common sense tells you to stay the heck away from them.
Oh, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, put a lot of poop in the news this week. Trent, are you a big Lil Nas X fan? Industry baby?
Yeah, you know that song. I heard the first time I heard that song, I was at Raymond James Stadium watching the Buccaneers take on the Buffalo Bills, and they were playing music during the pregame show, and I heard this one's for the champions or whatever.
Bam, bam. So anyway,
I'm lost in the sauce.
You okay?
you don't know Lil Nas X?
I don't know.
You're not a big fan?
You know who? What?
Lil Nas X?
Little
What's,
Nas X?
what's one of his songs? Something like "Call Me by Your Name."
Yep. That's one of them.
Lord
That's one
have
of them.
mercy.
Yes. Lord have mercy. Well, Lil Nas X, he was out there performing, and from what I hear, he puts on quite a show. But he was late getting on the stage, and he was quoted as saying there are two sayings. The show must go on, and when you got to go, you got to go. At a show in Atlanta, Lil Nas X not only had to go, he announced from a microphone backstage what was going down. So the crowd's waiting for Lil Nas X to take the stage. He's taking longer than usual, and then they hear this.
I'm backstage, and this is like not a part of the show, but I'm taking a beat, so please forgive me. But I'm gonna need like a minute or two, and I'll be right back.
So
Yeah.
he stopped his concert to take
The
a shit.
dude is talking to these people while he's shitting.
Yeah.
I'll be out in a minute.
Most likely, he's packing arenas, so he's most likely talking to 20,000 people while he's taking a shit.
Oh, my God. I hope he cleans
Yeah,
well.
I'd rather not. I mean, there are so many people that talk on the phone while they're crapping, and everything.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, there is no way in the world I would do that. That is just pure disgusting.
Talk on the phone, wipe your butt, and get out there and sing.
Now,
Nice.
Just to take it a step further, a lot of people might think this is a stunt and it was a joke, but he tweeted after the show, people really thought I was joking, but I was literally back there dropping demons into that toilet.
He should have took
Whoa.
pictures of those guys.
So not only was he pooping, it was an exorcism. He's dropping, he's
His veins popping out of his neck
speaking
and
in
shit.
tongues and the whole
I'll
thing.
be out in a minute.
Wow.
Is that what he was saying?
No,
I'll be out in a minute.
no, that's what I say.
That's what you say?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
Huh.
Yeah, but
Well-
that's what Trent has. Trent,
Yeah.
he thought you were funny, Dad. Just so you
No, I didn't.
Oh,
But,
never mind. Sorry about that.
no, I said, huh. I was like, huh.
Oh, I misread the situation.
Yeah, you misread everything. Anyway,
It hurts.
that was a burn.
It hurts.
Anyway, so there was a couple in India.
Yeah.
There a couple over there in India where a husband or a wife's husband apparently stole her kidney that she had, and apparently sold the kidney.
Wow.
But was she carrying it with her? or something?
Yeah, she had it in her
She had
drawer.
it in a bag and shit, right?
Yeah.
He said, "Yep, that's right."
Well, she recently discovered after she went to the doctor, she only had one kidney, and she discovered this after she was treated for kidney stones about 4 years ago, and so her husband arranged that to have one of her kidneys removed and sold on the black market.
Wow.
And she didn't know that?
She had no idea.
She didn't know that.
You got a scar right there. I don't know where I got that, I'm missing something.
Maybe she had a scar there from the last time the kidney was
yeah, when
stolen.
he took
and
the other part, right?
She didn't even realize it this time.
Oh, I thought she was carrying in a pocketbook. Messed up.
Well, and needless to say, they are not married anymore. I would hope not.
You think, bro?
What a shame. What a shame.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, what a shame. They are not. I mean, imagine that. I mean, imagine you going to the doctor, being treated for something. The next thing you know, your kid. It's like, yeah. By the way, did you know that one of your kidneys were sold? Yeah.
It's amazing because if he would have taken one of her eyes, she would notice that.
Yeah, right?
But
Yeah, you bloody bastard. I'm
kidney
telling you.
just as important. You would have
No,
took one of
I
her
don't know.
ears,
Yeah, right. I can't
probably
hear
noticed
nothing. I
that.
can't hear nothing on the left side. What?
Anyway, wow, that's something. You guys watched Monday Night Football last night?
Oh yeah.
The debacle.
The debacle?
The debacle.
Well, why? Oh, with the Rams and the Niners was
Yes.
a debacle because you picked the Rams, didn't you?
Yeah, debacle.
It's a debacle.
Hey, you idiot.
Well, did you
So
know?
Jimmy G,
Did you know that as the first half ended,
Yes.
some nut job jumped on the
Yeah,
field?
and they tackled the
Not only did they tackle him, but the all-pro linebacker for the St. Louis Rams, Bobby Wagner.
L.A. Rams.
Oh, that's right. What did I say? Did I say
uh,
St. Louis?
St. Louis Rams.
I'm going back to Kurt Warner
yeah,
days.
where are you? Are you okay, man?
Well, no. But the L.A. Rams. There's so many L.A. teams now. Everybody's L.A.
You know, it's ironic. RC2 mentions Kurt Warner because he was on the radio broadcast with Kevin Harlan last night, so he was there.
Oh yeah, Kurt Warner, one of the greats. I love Kurt Warner.
He's groovy, dude.
And that movie was pretty good. Did you see that yet?
No.
Oh, it was good, man. It was really good. He's got a movie out there, a biopic. And if you're a big Kurt Warner fan, which Kurt Warner, one of the great stories of all time in all of sports, to go from bagging groceries to winning a Super Bowl MVP and the whole thing. Really, maybe the greatest story in sports history.
He had a beautiful throw, too, right?
He was great. The fact that I think he was after 30 that he finally got into the NFL to do what he did.
And look at that.
He couldn't move. The guy was a statue of a stat, but he got rid of the ball so fast.
And in the Hall of Fame.
And of course, after what he did
in that short time.
Yeah, he went to 2 Super Bowls, took the Rams and the Cardinals to the Super Bowl, won one of them, won a Super Bowl MVP, won a league MVP, won the Super Bowl MVP and a league MVP his rookie year. Just incredible to come out of nowhere. Really, to me, I would argue the greatest story in sports history, and the movie on his life just shows you it went even deeper than that because that dude was dealing with some stuff. So, and he was always apparently just an all-around amazing guy. And never gave up on his dreams. So it's a lesson. And I would anyone who's into sports, I forget the name, but it's the Kurt Warner story. Just check out the movie if you haven't seen it yet because it's extremely inspiring. But anyway. At the football game last night, not inspiring but hilarious. This dude jumps on the field and he gets trucked by an all-pro linebacker, and I have Joe Buck on the call.
Fan is on the field, so we'll have a bit of a stoppage, and now some of the Rams players get involved. And Bobby Wagner had enough. He just took the fan down.
I just saw somebody running on the field, and he looked like he wasn't supposed to be on the field. So I saw security was having a little problem, so I helped him out.
There you go. He helped him out. How about that?
How about that?
How about
that? You know that tackle didn't get entered in the stat book, but should have.
That's true. He should at least get credit for that, right?
You know, there are several. There are 2 incidents where people have run onto the field or thrown something onto a playing surface when it comes to a sport. One of which, do you remember back during when the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl back in 2020? Tom Brady was the first year as a Buccaneer, and he won the Super Bowl. But do you remember it was in the second half? A fan just ran out on the field as of nowhere, and then Kevin Harlan. I got to find the call.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I think I heard it on Howard Stern. But it was pretty funny.
Yeah, you were like a fan. Like he was like, pull up your pants, my man. Pull up your pants and be a man.
Yeah, he was really into it. I remember that. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, he was he was literally calling a play-by-play.
Oh yeah, as excited as you've ever heard Harlan, and as you know, he can get as excited as anybody.
I like when Kevin Harlan he throws a line drive pass down the field, got a wide open receiver, caught ball to the 10, 5, touchdown.
That's a pretty good Kevin Harlan.
Yeah, look at you.
Yeah, but he's also an excellent NBA play-by-play guy too. So big fan of Kevin Harlan.
I remember Mike Curtis in the '70s from the Baltimore Colts.
Yeah, I don't remember him at all.
You don't remember him, Trent? Trent doesn't remember.
Fan
Curtis.
running on the field and he clotheslined him. Actually went around his whole arm. It was crazy, man.
Wow.
It's great.
That's amazing.
That's a man, damn it.
That's a man. My goodness. Let's see. This was pretty interesting. So, Summit County, Colorado, big fan. There's a lot of cool things going on in Colorado.
Yeah. They got mountains and stuff.
They do, yeah. Some mountains and high
That's what
altitudes.
it's called, the Mile High.
And they
Mile
have
High.
they have the Denver Broncos.
And they got that
pretty
store,
popular.
Anyway.
Yeah, and marijuana is legal there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think there's a dispensary right across the street.
Yeah, there was a great Real Sports on that with
Yeah.
Brian Gumbel, where it showed Super Bowl Sunday. It's been a while for the Broncos. Well, not too long since Peyton Manning, but every Sunday across the street at that place, it's like a bar, but it's a pot bar,
Right.
You know, and it's pretty. So Real Sports, brilliant. Check out Gumbel's.
Yeah, you come out of the store and the
spot on
stadium's
that.
called Mile High.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Anyway,
Crazy
Summit
shit.
County, Colorado, a rescue group was called in a helicopter on September 7th looking for a lost hunter.
Oh, my.
When they spotted a man waving slowly and casually, the crew radioed that they had a subject that partially matched the description, but his backpack was upside down. And it was the wrong color. So he had the backpack. So
Right.
that confused them. That's the first thing that confused them. And then the pilot said, he's saying hi. He doesn't seem to be in distress. So they left him. And this guy was actually the dude that's been lost.
Yeah.
Can you imagine him? Like, what the hell?
Oh, geniuses, huh?
He's saying hi. It's not him. But it was, in fact, a missing hunter. And in a classic case of, and they did turn around and go back to get him, but in a classic case of blame the victim, the pilot said he should have waved aggressively with both arms overhead or waved a brightly colored piece of clothing.
Maybe he was mild high.
So the crew trying to blame the victim. Who's lost out there? Like, well, he didn't play the lost hunter well enough. He was too happy. We had to leave.
Too
him out
happy. Yeah, now we know why.
there. Yeah, exactly. Of course. What do you think he was doing out there that whole
Yeah.
time?
Not looking at the trees.
So residents of in New Zealand, you ever see they have shows sometimes on History Channel and all that where not hoarders, but these collectors, they'll get like a whole lot full of stuff. You know, they sell storage containers,
Right.
and it's a mystery what's inside.
Yeah.
You know, but you hope that you buy the storage container at a specific price, and you'll get stuff of value back that'll net you a profit.
Yeah, not human bones, one or the other.
But wow, you're jumping all over it. So these people in New Orleans, they bought this storage container, and it had a surprise among the items.
What's that?
Human remains.
Oh, my God. I could
Whoa.
be. Yo, I got ESPN in my head, son.
yeah, pretty amazing. So the new owners called the police. The first priority was to identify the remains, said the local inspectors. A neighbor who previously worked at a nearby crematorium noted a wicked smell coming from the storage container. I knew straight away, and I thought, where's that coming from? His mother reported that detectives and forensic teams had been recoiling in shock from the scene. The investigation is ongoing. So, that's a business. People get out there, they do
it was
that.
the Trent River.
No, yeah. the smell was coming from the Trent River. Sorry, Trent.
That's fine.
Yeah. I fell into that one. Sorry.
That's okay. Don't fall into the Trent River. That's disgusting.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, don't do that. No.
Oh, I can't get my legs out.
That's
They
a
stunk, son.
That's a horrific nightmare
Oh,
to
hell
fall
yeah.
into the Trent River. What were you thinking?
Not much, I guess.
And finally, we spoke on the hurricane and
Yes.
everything, and in what is a true, and I mean a true couch report. This is as real a couch report as you can have. A Florida man
Yes.
survived Hurricane Ian by floating on his couch for close to 3 hours when the water rose inside of his house. His name is David Dean, and here he is talking about what happened and how his couch saved his life.
The water level came up through the ductwork. I was forced to cling to that rose-colored leather sofa. My head was slightly above those ceiling fan blades, and I was just holding onto the sofa, bobbing in the water, breathing for air, maybe 18 inches from the ceiling, and that's where I stayed for probably 2.5, 3/4 of an hour. Everything started to recede. The water started to recede, and I felt as though I had made it this far, that the Lord brought me through this far, that if he was going to take me out, I would have been gone by then.
How about that?
How about
Saved
that?
by his couch.
That's right. The Lord and the couch.
Yeah. Now that, my friends, is a couch report. Trent, is your couch report that exciting today?
No. It's I mean, wow. I mean, what a crazy thing. I mean, him floating on his couch to save his life. I mean, it's wow. It's obviously he lived in an area where, you know, he had flooding, and of course, you know, flooding water came in his house, and that's what happened. But it was, man, that's insane.
I know. I got to find out the name of that couch.
You just got to find out what brand. I'm sure it wasn't from IKEA. It's got to be something special.
Yeah, I don't make shit. Are you kidding?
Super Radio Rundown.
All right, Super Radio Brothers Rundown. Well, the box office back down a little bit. Well, not really. Look at that. Smile. You heard of Smile? That's a new movie on
I'm not watching that, man.
It's a horror movie.
I know, man.
Oh, I want to see that. It looks
yeah,
pretty good.
Good. You better see it in the daytime, bro.
Smile made $22 million over the weekend.
Just to get your ass scared?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. This looks pretty good. Don't Worry, Darling. $7 million. The Woman King. We talked about that being called the modern day gladiator movie. The Woman King, close to $7 million. 6,999. Bros. I haven't heard of
Bros. What's that?
I don't know, but it was.
Oh, that has your name written all over it.
That's right. I want to see that.
I gotta go check out Bros.
Hey, yo, bro.
And the 2022 re-release of Avatar, actually, in the top 5.
That should be pretty good, no?
I don't think is that the new Avatar? It says 2022 re-release. So I think they
re-release.
Yeah, they put the new one's not out yet.
Yeah.
That's
don't
the
worry,
first
we
one.
ain't gonna have Uncle John with us. So.
Yeah, he's very attracted to the blue lady.
Yeah.
But it was kind of disturbing.
Yeah, it was. The blue lady with a whale.
Hard to watch a movie with my uncle, Trent.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't know this individual, but
it's a whale loving a blue lady. I don't know.
He's a big dude, Trent.
He's a big dude, man.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. We have a Super Bowl halftime performer.
Oh my, who is it?
At first, they were saying it was going to be Trent's favorite artist, Taylor Swift. Am I right about that, Trent?
No.
You're big. No.
You like Taylor Swift?
Trent doesn't want to respond to that. But she turned it down. Wasn't ready for it. So Rihanna.
Oh, wow.
Rihanna has been drafted to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. The NFL has confirmed this following a report from TMZ that she's been in discussions with the NFL and Rock Nation about performing at the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. That's happening on February 12th, 2023.
February 12th.
February 12th. It used to be on your birthday.
Yeah, man.
About a week, 10 days later now.
When's your birthday?
February 2nd.
Well,
okay.
I guess that's what happens when you add a game.
No, you get older. Nobody cares no more, man.
Is that true? I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. Let me wipe my tears.
Trent, help me. You got to make him feel like you care.
Oh, I care.
I
mean, RC3's birthday, I just let that go by the wayside. RC2, I'll definitely make sure to call you.
Thank you, Trent.
It worked. Good going, Trent. Good going. So there you know. Rock Nation, which is Jay-Z's entertainment agency, runs the Super Bowl halftime show. And this year, Pepsi is no longer the sponsor. It will be Apple Music. So there you go.
What?
Yeah,
you can't drink that.
Yeah, that's a good. You can't. Maybe they'll get a drink out there. Apple drink.
Apple drink.
And they can call it apple juice. Look, I'm a genius.
Hey, yo,
I'm a genius.
Hey, could have been somebody here.
Deal with it. I'm so good. But here we go. How about some entertainment news? Disney Plus. They're getting the super horrible movie, The New Mutants. I have no basis to say that I never saw the New Mutants. However, it was one of the Fox Studios' last attempts to make money off of the X-Men. Of course, Disney bought out Fox Studios, and Sony, well, not Sony, but Fox, and Fox owns the X-Men, and Fox owned the Fantastic Four. Now Disney owns all of that. But before Fox officially sold to Disney, the New Mutants was kind of their last try at making money off the X-Men name. From everything I've read, it was awful. So I haven't even attempted to watch that. I'm still waiting for Disney and Marvel to get the X-Men going in the cinematic universe there. But that's apparently available now. Well, no, available on October 14th. You can see the New Mutants. Maybe I'll check it out. This is pretty cool. A new animated short series on Disney Plus. Star Wars: Tales of the Jedi. Journey into the lives of two distinctly different Jedi, Ahsoka Tano and Count Dooku. Of course, you don't remember Count Dooku?
Dooku.
That's the dude that Yoda fought in the second prequel movie.
Whoa.
Yeah. He was kind of like the evil dude.
They should make the Seven Dwarfs the Jedi's. That'll be cool.
That would probably not be so good.
I think so.
I think so. Like my idea.
That's right.
Each will be put to the test as they make choices that will define their destinies. So there you go. That's pretty cool. Star Wars: Tales of the Jedi. Some animated shorts. Let's see what Netflix. I like this. This looks pretty cool. Mr. Harrington's Phone comes out on Netflix on October 5th. Mr. Harrington's Phone, Harrigan's Phone. Mr. Harrigan's Phone is the latest in a seemingly continuous string of Stephen King adaptations. Most recent I remember is The Stand. That was on Apple TV, and it was excellent. That was a series, actually. That was 10 episodes, The Stand, and it was really great. And I generally like Stephen King. I've never really read Stephen King books, but I always like the movies when they come out. So this movie is based on the novella of the same name, included in Stephen King's If It Bleeds collection. Part coming-of-age story and part horror film. Mr. Harrigan's Phone follows Craig, an outcast teenager that forms an unlikely bond with a reclusive billionaire, Mr. Harrington, played by Donald Sutherland. When Craig's companion passes away, he finds a way to keep in touch from beyond the grave with unintended consequences. Sounds very Stephen King and very awesome.
Yeah.
Mr. Harrigan's Phone, that's coming out on October 5th. On the lighter side of things, here
tomorrow.
Month of... Yep, we are recording this on Tuesday, October 4th.
No, I'm not watching that.
Oh, shoot, I forgot we were recording.
Oh, what?
On the lighter side of things on Netflix on October 14th, this is the month of Halloween.
Yo.
Fans of movies like Hocus Pocus and Halloween Town won't want to miss out on The Curse of Bridge Hollow. This family-friendly holiday movie stars Stranger Things actress Priya Ferguson and comedian Marlon Wayans as a father-daughter duo that team up to defeat a mischievous spirit that starts bringing Halloween decorations to life. So The Curse of Bridge Hollow coming to Netflix on October 14th.
I'll watch that. That's funny.
So there's also I haven't seen it yet, and it's getting terrible reviews, but a new Munsters movie just came out on Netflix, directed by Rob Zombie. So I don't know. I was
can't be that good. Huh?
I was waiting for you to check it out before I gave it a shot.
No.
But you're not going to watch it?
I've been busy, man.
You like to watch the old Munster shows?
Oh yeah, well those are better.
So be interesting to see what a modern interpretation might be. It's supposed to be an origin story to show how the Munsters came to be.
Oh, they're gonna watch him make them. They like to make Herman.
Yeah, Dr. Frankenstein make Herman.
The other
I guess.
day he was. They were celebrating his birthday. He was 150 years old.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, and they made their 100th wedding anniversary.
Another horror movie, The Good Nurse, coming out on Netflix on October 26th. This one looks pretty good too, and it's based on the true story of serial killer Charles Cullen. Cullen is considered to be the most prolific serial killer in recorded history. but his killings were more sporadic than the average killer, and thus his motives were murky at best. He killed at least 40 patients and possibly more across his 16-year career as a nurse. So you wouldn't want to come into contact
I
with
wouldn't
that
want to go
nurse.
to that hospital, I
Yeah.
can tell you that.
So The Good Nurse sets out on October 26th based on a true story.
Get away from me, dude.
And
sorry.
all Quiet on the Western Front coming out on October 28th, another adaptation of the epic anti-war drama based on the classic best-selling novel. So you can look forward to that. This one is supposed to be more from the perspective of German soldiers in
Really?
World War I. So that's All Quiet on the Western Front coming out on October 28th on Netflix. So a lot of stuff to look forward to here in October. Video game news.
Uh-oh.
Video game. Yeah. Are you excited about that?
I'm going to go take a break.
So Dynasty Warriors, Omega Force, the trailer has been revealed, and we're all pretty excited about it. I never really got into Dynasty Warriors, but the cool thing about this game is it was well ahead of its time back in the day because it tries to put you in the ancient battlefield where, you see the movies and there's thousands of dudes on each side and then they come together and there's this just chaotic war happening. How can you make any sense of it?
That means I'll die all the time.
So, and that's what Dynasty Warriors really always was.
man.
And even back in the day, I would say PlayStation 2 or 3, whenever the first Dynasty Warriors came out, it was always impressive to see all of those characters on the screen at the same time. I don't know. I never got into it. I was always more into the impressive idea of Dynasty Warriors and actually playing them. I didn't like playing it much, but who knows? Maybe a next-gen Dynasty Warriors will be badass. Can you imagine what they could do with PlayStation 5 in a game like Dynasty Warriors? And just one other thing here with video game news, and I know you guys are big fans of video game news, so
Oh, really?
I don't want to disappoint you
Yeah,
on that.
don't do that.
Yeah,
man.
he sounds very condescending,
Yeah, I'm
guys.
telling you, man.
I can try to find you some more video game news if you want it.
No,
But,
not really, man.
This,
Nah.
this is pretty big video game news because we're turning the corner. PS5s are now becoming available, and the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 PS5 bundle has been announced. Pre-orders are live now. PlayStation has quietly unveiled a new PS5 bundle, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 bundle. This releases on October 28th and is available for pre-order right now.
Oh, wow.
The new bundle comes with a digital voucher for Modern Warfare's
Okay.
2's cross-gen bundle, although you'll have to wait a month to get your PS5. So you get the voucher on the 28th, but you're not going to get that doesn't sound promising. But hey,
Is that only online?
you'll get your. I don't know much about Modern Warfare 2, to be honest with you. I haven't played
wow.
Call of Duty in years. But I was thinking about it. I might get into it this year just to have something to play on
Well,
my
you
PS5.
saw what was happening to me. I was getting eaten by dogs, man. It was crazy.
I saw that, yeah.
It's
Did you ever
ridiculous.
finish the campaign on that?
I've been really busy.
If you haven't finished the campaign on that,
Hey, how
one-
often do you? How often do you play your PS5?
well, it depends on what games I'm playing. If I'm into it, sometimes I won't be in. I'm kind of sporadic in my gaming. I'm not a super dedicated gamer. I hadn't played for a while, but right now I'm really into Madden. I'm jumping on and playing Madden a
okay,
lot.
cool.
So I'm having fun with that. If there's a game for me to play, I really get into it. But I'm very specific. I don't just play anything. It's got to be something that grips me and
Yeah, I've been
and
playing
makes me come back.
SpongeBob carts.
Oh. Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, man, you gotta see me, man. A sponge, baby.
So you got that. The Modern Warfare 2 bundle is available exclusively at PlayStation Direct. At this time, only a standard disc-based PS5 bundle is available. If you're looking for a PS5 and don't want to wait a month for the Modern Warfare 2 bundle, PlayStation Direct also has the Horizon Forbidden West bundle in stock right now for $550.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you.
So
$550
You get PS5 and you get the game
for a video game.
Horizon
Jeez.
Forbidden West. Hey, that's not a bad price considering PS4 was that price when it
Yeah.
dropped. They all were kind of that price. So, it's been a couple years now. People haven't been able to get their hands on a PS5, but right now at PlayStation Direct, you can buy a PlayStation 5 right now. So that's pretty good news for people out there who have been waiting for a while. Whoa, do you know what that music means?
I don't know.
That means it's time
For
Super Radio Brothers Sports.
uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hey, what time is it, man? Let's put that thing on here.
Is it 8 o'clock yet? No, we're still waiting.
Oh, okay.
Aaron Judge watch is still on as he tries to surpass Roger Maris with 62 home runs.
I don't think he's going to do it.
I was expecting it to happen during a college football game. I was watching college football the other day, and they had a split screen where they went to Aaron Judge's at bats, and we all got a chance to watch him live.
Oh, yeah. If you're watching on Yes every single time, Michael K. goes, I'd like to welcome the national audience for joining the Yes
That's right,
Network.
everybody. Thank you very much.
To watch Aaron Judge fail again. As he goes, it's got to be so incredibly frustrating.
He's batting 311 now.
The
guy he's chasing,
he's not playing.
He's not playing.
Bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. His hamstring hurts. Give me a break.
Oh, please. Come on, wipe your eyes.
That'll
dude.
probably cost
man.
Aaron Judge
What's
the
the
triple
matter with
crown
you?
because the guy he's
Now I'm
chasing isn't
pissed.
even playing.
I'm really pissed right now.
But you got to feel for Aaron Judge. That's got to be so much pressure each at
hell
bat.
yeah.
The entire country's
Yeah, but
watching.
if you saw the games, the last 2 days, they've been pitching to him, Texas.
Oh, yeah, and he's hitting ground balls, and he's just I know today on Tuesday, the first game against Texas in the doubleheader, he got a hanging slider right over the plate, and he just popped it up. And you've seen him crush that pitch all year, and it's just in his head now. You know,
I don't know.
I think it's in his head.
Me and Mommy walking around the counter, passing each other. Hit it, hit it, hit it. That son of a Brooklyn
I'd love
Bridge.
for it to happen for him. and you know, you watch these games, and you know, at this point, there's really no reason to watch the Yankees other than to see Aaron Judge.
And maybe they'll get to 100 tonight.
You know, they could get to their 100th win tonight, which I guess matters if they get to a World Series. You know, and the win total can get them home field against the National League champion, but that's a long ways away. For right now, the games don't mean much other than to watch Aaron Judge pursue history. And, of course, Roger Maris' son and his parents have been following him at every game.
They didn't go to Texas this time.
Oh, they didn't? I
No.
thought they were
Listen,
there.
the Yankees aren't going to get past Houston.
You know, well, Houston's got to get there first, too.
That's right, man.
Houston's got to get there first. We'll see. You know, we'll see. You got a team to worry about yourself, you know, because you might lose to the You have to play 3 games against the Indians in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's
in
wild,
the division
man.
round. So,
oh, my God. So you want to make some bets on it now?
Nope.
I know you haven't been watching baseball since the Yankees smacked the Rays out of the Bronx.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
the division dreams were
Well,
went
that's
down
right.
the toilet. But
This is what's happening. The plane's taking off.
But there still might be another chance for the Rays to get some revenge in that divisional round if they get through the Indians.
I don't care.
Right now, the Rays have the 6th seed. They would play the Indians in the wild card round, and Houston in the other bracket. They might face Seattle or Toronto. That's the other bracket.
I'm definitely watching this weekend.
So Houston's, you know, Seattle's been hot. They've been an interesting team. They smacked the Yankees around when they were going through their down. When the Yankees were losing to everybody, really, when they were going through their 2-month-long downfall there. But you know, Seattle looks really good, and Toronto has an incredible lineup. So you know, Houston, they got some work to do to get to the ALCS as well. I would argue that it's weird, but you look at the way the brackets have worked out. I think Houston will have a tougher second-round matchup than the Yankees will.
I hope so.
You know, because historically the Yankees have handled the Indians.
Yeah.
I would be confident going up against the Indians. There's a little more trepidation when you talk about playing the Rays because they're a division opponent, you know, and they have pitching. And I know Glasnow came back and pitched 3 good innings the other day. But you know, still, you got to feel confident if you're the Yankees going into a matchup with either one of those teams.
God,
you know,
these guys start exploding
but
at the right time. What do
you look
think?
at Houston's side.
Yeah.
I could see Seattle or the Blue Jays giving them fits. So
I
Houston's
think so.
going to have they're going to have
they're going to have their hands full.
I mean, both teams will. It's not like it's going to be an easy division round for the Yankees, but I don't know. I feel confident with the Yankees against either Cleveland or the
It's going to be a good
Rays.
series, man. Even in the National League. Huh? How about those Mets falling apart? Huh?
I don't understand the extended playoffs, though, and still making the division series a 5-game series. I would rather that be a 7-game series as well. But, but
I'm liking the wild card because it's not a one and done. I mean, like it's kind of one of those things where it used to be kind of the wild card used to be in the NFL where it's sort of like the NFL or basically the NFL. If you just had an off game, your season's over if you're playing in the wild card game. But now, I mean, you actually have a series, and I think that's the greatest.
Well, it's happened to the Yankees a couple times. You go back to 2015, they lost a wild card game to Houston. 2000, I think it was 18, they lost a wild card. No, actually, last year they lost a wild card game to Boston. Yeah. Right, so it just so happens you got lucky, Trent. The year your team wins the wild card, they did away with that horrible format. And I love this format that you get 3 games at least if you're the wild card team. And I like the caveat of if you're the wild card team, you have to play 3 games on the road.
That's crazy.
I like the fact that the wild card team does not get a home game.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, I really dig. We'll see how it all. We're going to see it for the first time coming up this weekend, but I really dig the new format. I think it's really cool.
Well, we're going to see if it works this weekend.
Yeah, well, hopefully it works for the Yankees. But
the Yankees don't play this week?
Well, no, we get to sit back and watch, and Judge will they'll have their simulated games coming up here.
Maybe he could hit a 62
in a simulated game. Well, it'll be that's one fear. You wish that Judge would have had a chance to rest here, but then how important is rest?
You don't need no rest, man.
Yeah, he has been DHing.
You don't want to get rusty.
That's right, man. Rest.
But
don't stick in rest.
One thing I'll say about this Yankee team going into the playoffs, they have been resilient because you saw at the beginning of the year when it was the first time in years where this team was actually able to play healthy. Everybody was healthy, and when they were healthy, they were 59-21 and tons better than everybody else. And then quite literally, the entire team except for Aaron Judge got hurt.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody got hurt. And, they went on their downfall, and you still felt that they shouldn't be that bad, but they were. They were basically losing every single day. But every time their backs were against the wall, and the Rays were about to sweep them, or the Blue Jays were, even with their decimated lineup and everything, they still stood up and said, "Nah, you're not going to sweep us.
That's right.
Move on." And then when the Rays got within 2 games in the loss column, what happened that Saturday and Sunday? 10-3, 10-4. Get out of the Bronx. So every time
jig was up, baby.
Every time they've been pushed, they have pushed back, and you like that about this team. What do I not like? The Yankee bullpen is in shambles. There is nobody in this bullpen.
Well,
so they're going into the playoffs right now with no back end of the bullpen. And I'm sorry, that has to scare you if you're a Yankee fan. They have 0 bullpen. Who do you count on? Who's going to be the closer in the playoffs? Wandy Peralta?
Nah, makeshift.
So that's a scary thing. Usually teams that win in the postseason, they have a bull, and then you find out today Marinaccio also on the 15-day deal.
Now too.
He's been one of their better bullpen arms here in September. Now he's hurt, not going to be available in the division series. So Yankees have serious problems with that bullpen.
Stinks,
Chapman is terrible. Clay Holmes. Oh, he's hurt. He'll be back for the playoffs, but he was terrible for 2 months. You rely on that guy?
No.
So big time question marks for the Yankees going into the playoffs. But hey. At the end of the day, they might win 100 games, won the division. And as much as a Yankee fan wants to say, "Oh, you're the Yankees. You're about winning you're about winning championships. Winning the division means nothing." And then I agree with that sentiment. But then you look at in the past 10 years, this is only the second division the Yankees have won in 10 years.
Unbelievable.
It just shows, even the 2 years that they went to the ALCS and lost to Houston, they weren't division winners those years.
So people shouldn't be whining and bitching, man.
So, hey, it was a good year. But, if you're a Yankee fan, it's a complete failure unless they win a World Series.
Those rookies came up big.
Yeah, I agree.
But what they're saying, Matt is going to come back and probably Benintendi.
Well, I think they got to keep Cabrera in the lineup. You got to keep that kid in the lineup. You got to keep him playing. the outfield. He's really looked good. Hey, that's great. You get Carpenter back, who was, it feels like a million years ago, but he was such a big part of this team in May and June when they were winning every game.
Right.
He was a huge part of the team. If he comes back, that's a great pinch hitting bat. That's a great bat off the bench to have in the playoffs.
Stanton could get going a little bit.
And he has been. He's looked better at the plate lately. So things are rounding into form for the Yankees. The way they hedged their bets, as they said. We're going to wait for everybody to get healthy and get going, and everything's going to be fine. That turned out to work out. They ended up winning the division easily. But at the end of the day, the bullpen's a big concern for this team going into the playoffs. Big, big concern. How do you feel about the Rays going into that series against Cleveland, Trent?
Well, I feel good because of the fact that Tyler Glasnow is back. I mean, even though he's only made a second start after Tommy John surgery, and a lot of pitchers, whenever they come back from Tommy John surgery, you just never know how they're going to pitch. But he's been doing well. It seems like he's been able to locate all of his pitches. He pitched 3 2/3 innings on Monday night of shutout baseball. He threw struck out 7 guys and only gave up a couple of hits. But in terms of the Rays, it just depends on which Rays team we get. If we get the Rays team that hits with runners in scoring position, I think we'll be fine. I think Cleveland is a beatable team. However, if we get the same team that played against the Guardians back in late July at Tropicana Field and they take 2 out of 3, then you're going to see the Rays going home and not doing anything else. So it just depends on which Rays team we get. I think something tells me that the guys know when the regular season changes to the postseason, and hopefully they'll realize that, and hopefully they'll really focus, and the pitchers will really focus on getting it done because you literally have to play like it's your last game of the season every game.
There's one more thing on the baseball before we do the football here. I got to say, as a Yankee fan, it was pretty fun watching the Mets blow the division.
Oh, my goodness. I couldn't believe it.
Smacked around by the Braves. It was unbelievable.
Well, Atlanta lost yesterday.
Yeah, I know Marlins, but come on, are the Braves really going to lose 3? The only way the Mets win the division is the Braves.
They're playing a doubleheader today, right?
Yep, Braves got to lose 3 straight to the Marlins, and the Mets have to beat the Nationals 3 straight. They won the first end of that doubleheader against the Nationals, so we'll see what. But they were in first place for like 98% of the season until this final series in Atlanta over the weekend. And I generally don't have a problem with the Mets until I hear
not at all.
Fans talking trash, and there was so much shit talked after the Mets swept the Yankees in that 2-game series in Citi Field earlier this year. I mean, all this nonsense. Mets own this town now. We outspend the Yankees. We're better. Look at how we swept. Then, again, another example of the Yankees standing up. The Yankees were still going through their period, their downfall, but when the Mets came back to the Bronx with the depleted lineup, with Scherzer on the mound for the Mets, Yankees held serve and swept them in the Bronx. So this team, man, they stand tall when their backs are against the wall.
It was hard watching this weekend. I couldn't believe it.
I was watching it, man. And then you had DeGrom and Scherzer get smacked around in back-to-back games.
Oh my God.
And you gave Scherzer $40 million to pitch for you this year, and he spit the bit against the Braves. Oh, it was glorious.
Oh,
it was
I'm spending
glorious.
my gap, son.
It was glorious. I can't. I hope. You know what I want to see? And I sound like a major Met hater here, but come on, I'm a Yankee fan. Give me a break. I would love to see the Braves get swept by the Marlins and the Mets lose one of these games against the Nationals. That would be fantastic.
That's messed up. Man.
Okay, I'm a hater. What can I tell you? All right, Trent, take over the football talk. Your Tampa Bay Not a lot of great stuff for you. Your Buccaneers, a rough game last weekend against Kansas City. Talk about it.
It hurts.
Let me tell you something. Okay. Buccaneers just were outplayed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Defensively, they were outplayed. Offensively, Kansas City, they were outplayed. Of course, yes, Tom Brady looked a little more like himself in this game. He threw for over 300 yards. The Buccaneers finally scored a first half touchdown, which I would have, they in the first 3 games of the season, they never did that. So it was like, okay, finally score a first half touchdown. Whoop-de-doo. And next thing you know, Tom Brady
Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, that's a good one, man.
he scored a touchdown. It went south on the first play of the game when Rashad White decides, okay, let's bring the football out of the end zone. Next thing you know, he fumbles on the first play of the game. What happens after that? 2 plays later, Mahomes finds Travis Kelce, one of his favorite targets, in the end zone, and scored a touchdown. So, I mean, and then it just took off from there. Tampa Bay wasn't able to get anything going offensively. Tom Brady didn't look like himself in the first half, especially when, he had that sack and he lost the football and, he started grimacing with his shoulder. I thought, oh, boy. I said he may be out for a play. It got serious when Blaine Gabbert started warming up on the sideline.
Man, there's no doubt, Trent. I saw you for whatever reason. I guess he gets rid of the ball so quick. You never see Brady take hits like that. No. And he got smoked on that play when he fell. I thought he was injured.
He's like a statue, man. Yeah, he ain't gonna move.
I thought he was injured on that play.
These young boys are hitting this dude, man.
But you know what? To his credit, he came back out there and he had a good game. There's not much you can do when the Chiefs are scoring at will against Todd Bowles off, and I keep telling you, Trent. I keep telling you, bro. Todd Bowles.
He's a great coach, isn't he?
Did you see last week? Going for the 2 point
delay a game.
The delay a game on a 2-point conversion.
You know something?
Yeah, how do you do that?
He still has that same look.
Yeah, and he has that same look that would drive you crazy as a Jet fan. Like he's confused why this is happening. Dude, you're the head coach. Why are you so confused? Why do you have that look on your face?
I got Brady.
Dude, and he's got the same exact look on it. There's, I hate to say it, and good for you, with Brady, you guys won your championship already and everything, so it's all gravy from here. But Todd Bowles ain't winning a championship as a coach. That dude is terrible. You got Tom Brady. You got Evans, one of the great receivers in this league right now. I know you have offensive line struggles, but your defense is supposed to be, studs, like, the top of the league, and you're 2-2. Give me a break with Todd Bowles.
Look, going into the beginning of the season, a lot of Buccaneer fans would have been happy with 2-2, but now we're not happy with 2-2 because we realized we could have gone 3-1. And hey, normally when you score 31 points in a game, you win. But the problem is the defense. That defense on Sunday did not look like the elite defense that we had on the field. The first couple of games of the season. Granted, I know first couple of games you played the Dallas Cowboys, which the Cowboys are kind of up and down, and you played New Orleans, and Jameis Winston made that defense look good with his multi-interception game like he's always used to having. But Green Bay did not make that defense look good, nor did Kansas City, two of the powerhouses in the National Football League. So, I mean, the people were overreacting about how, man, this defense is for real, this and this and this. No, they're not. They're not for real at all. So, I mean, yeah, you're supposed to beat bad teams, but you're also supposed to play cleaner football against teams that don't need your help to score touchdowns, don't need your help to take care of their business. But guess what? The Buccaneers helped them out anyway. And boy, Kansas City took advantage of it. So they're 2-2. We kind of have a lull in the schedule right now, though. I mean, we are playing the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta did beat Cleveland the other day, if I'm not mistaken. So you got Atlanta.
Atlanta surprising people, no doubt.
You got Pittsburgh with Kenny Pickett potentially starting. You never know. That they're not sold on Mitch Trubisky. Obviously, he got benched at halftime. Who would be sold on Mitch Trubisky anyway? He's terrible.
Yeah.
And then. On October 23rd, I'm drawing a blank of who they're playing on the 23rd, but it's not necessarily the Carolina Panthers. They're playing the Panthers on the 23rd, and then their schedule gets tough because then they play Baltimore, and then into November, December they play the Bengals in December, and I think they get the Rams again. So I mean, these couple of losses, I hate to say it, but when it comes to playoff positioning, if they get that far, it's going to come back to haunt them.
Well, when they've played real quarterbacks this year, it's been a problem. You look at that first game against the Cowboys, Prescott got hurt, right? Cooper Rush came in. They weren't ready for that. The next game you face Jameis Winston. He's terrible. Give me a break with Jameis Winston already. The guy is just horrible. But when you played quarterbacks, you got Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. Those were the two losses. They were able to figure out Todd Bowles' defense. So we'll see. It's easy for me to jump on Bowles here early in the season. But, I don't know. I just don't like the guy. I can't stand the fact whenever, the media, right? You listen to the media, the experts. Oh, well, Bowles didn't have a chance in New York. He didn't have what he has here in Tampa. There was talent on those teams. They should have never been as bad as they were with Todd Bowles. He was a bad head coach. Period. End of story. Stop. He was a terrible head coach, and to try to say, oh, it was because of the Jets organization. He didn't have it. No, they could have been better. He was a bad coach. Bottom line, I'm glad that he's able to get another chance here. Better take advantage of it. And speaking of that bad team, of the Jets.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, whoa, shocking. Down by 10 again in the fourth quarter. Just an incredibly fun game to watch as a Jet fan, which is weird to say. You're so used to the last couple of years, including the Todd Bowles years into Adam Gase, where every single game is a blowout. The Jets just don't have a chance. By the game starts at 1:00. By 1:30, you're looking for something else to watch. Well, where are their real football games? You don't have NFL quality football to watch here for years now, for the last 10 years. At this game, Jets have a 10-6 lead in Pittsburgh, a place, by the way, in their entire history, the Jets have only won one time. If you can believe that.
Unbelievable.
They're like 1-14 in their history in Pittsburgh. So only one time ever they win there. They have a 10-6 lead at halftime. Zach Wilson back for the first time. Doesn't look great in the first half. Throws a bad interception at the end of the first half. But you have a lead, and you get to that second half, and they bring in Pickett to the Steelers for Mitch Trubisky, who looked awful himself in the first half. And you know what? The Steelers got an immediate spark. Pickett leads 2 touchdown drives, right. and before you know it, the Jets are down by 10 points in Pittsburgh, fourth quarter. The terrible towels, whatever they're called, right. Those yellow towels are going crazy in the Steel City. The place is jumping. The Jets are done. I've seen this story before. I've seen the Jets in Pittsburgh.
That's what my boy Bobby says. He's a Steeler fan. Forget about it.
I mean, you think the game is over. That's it. The crowd's going crazy. You're down 10. And then Zach Wilson comes out. And this dude looks like a player. And one thing I'll say, you look at the 18 for 36, low completion percentage. But if you watch the game, a lot of the incompletions are because he's extending plays and throwing the ball away.
Right.
One big-time improvement, because last year he extends plays, throw an interception. This game, he was extending plays. It's hard to bring him down. You just can't catch him. He's so elusive, and he's flipping it out of bounds. So that was a lot of incompletions in the first half. One of the interceptions was a tip ball, not really his fault. It really a ball that went right through Conklin's hands, and that ball, not really his fault. The interception at the end of the half was his fault. And by the way, he was impressive at the end of last year. That was his first interception in a game in 176 attempts.
Oh, my
goodness. And then you get to check this out. First 3 quarters for Zach Wilson, 8 for 24, 124 yards, 2 interceptions. In the fourth quarter of this game, 11 of 12. 11 for 12, 128 yards, and a touchdown. And the arm talent is intoxicating. I've been watching football.
Intoxicating.
I've been watching football for a long time.
Oh, my.
He throws the ball as hard as anyone I've ever seen. I mean, those 20-yard zips down, the ball gets there so fast, and he has one of the best arms I've ever seen. So that's interesting. The elusive nature, the way he plays, the ability to come back on the road in Pittsburgh, again, a place where the Jets have only won once. The guy has a lot of things to make Jet fans excited. Now, he hasn't been able to stay healthy. You hope that changes here. But, man, 2-2 after, a couple of terrible losses. But, hey, you lost to the AFC champion Bengals. Let's see what happens this weekend where you play a Dolphin team that speaking of debacles, doesn't have Tua.
Oh, my God, that's right.
After he got injured on that Thursday night game, after going into concussion protocol and getting back into the game against the Bills Sunday. Yeah. So that was a big controversy.
That was ridiculous.
But, the Jets have the Dolphins, big-time rivalry this weekend. Let's see how Zach does his second game. But, man, oh, man, I don't hear anybody this week calling for Joe Flacco, I'll tell you that.
Flacco.
So, and I'll say, I said the same thing about the Browns, but this was more impressive than the Browns game because the comeback against the Browns was more about the ineptitude of the Browns and how they gave the game back to the Jets. This game was about the Jets showing grit and coming back. Now, Pickett led those 2 touchdown drives, gave the Steelers a 10-point lead, but also threw 2 picks in that. So the Jet defense, and by the way, on that second pick, Sauce Gardner, Jet first-round draft pick, made a great play to break up the play. The ball pops in the air and they get the interception. So that play was so you saw a lot of promise from the young players. You mentioned that play from Sauce Gardner. Breece Hall with the 17 carries, 66 yards. Doesn't sound like much, but he is a presence out there. Many considered him to be the best running back coming out of the draft. Corey Davis had a big week, and Garrett Wilson only caught 2 passes, but 41 yards, 20 yards a catch. So anyway, I could go on and on about that game with the Jets, but the most impressive win I've seen in the last 10 years, especially because the quarterback played well. And your team is 3-1.
3-1. I can't
Shocking.
believe it. Yeah, well, my quarterback's hurt. Second guy's hurt. And they were working 2 guys out today.
So Saquon Barkley is going to play quarterback
I
this week?
guess so, man. He'll hike the ball, throw it to himself.
He's starting to show his worth, though, Saquon Barkley.
I think they were checking out some Bills quarterback that was up there.
Wow. So a lot of question marks with the Giants at quarterback. But 3-1.
And they play the Packers in England this week.
I know. That's pretty crazy. But Trent, is there a scenario where you could have imagined that your Bucks, with Tom Brady at quarterback, would have the same record as the Jets after 4 weeks, and the Giants would have a better record than the Buccaneers? Would you have ever thought that was possible?
Nope.
Oh, that's great.
Not a chance.
Yeah, I don't know. You think Brady's going to get back
Hey,
this weekend?
Rich, talk about Elijah Moore, what he's been doing.
I mean, Elijah Moore is, and that's another awesome draft pick from the Jets, and he's looked great out there. Some big-time catches. He only had 3 catches in this game, but again, every catch seems big, and he averaged 17 yards a catch in the game. But the Jets, you want to talk about talent at wide receiver, whether you're talking about Elijah Moore or Garrett Wilson and now Corey Davis, who's the guy getting the big money. That's the guy they signed last year to anchor that wide receiver core, and he was a terrible disappointment last year, all the drops and everything, but he's also emerging. So, I mean, that unit of Elijah Moore, Corey Davis, and Garrett Wilson, you could put them up against anybody in the NFL right now. Those are some talented receivers. And don't forget Braxton Berrios. I mean, the guy, I think they should find a way to get him involved in the offense more because he's an incredible speed guy. You see them try to get him the ball on the end arounds and the trick plays. He's always running back to kickoffs. But Braxton Berrios is another guy under the radar that really is another talented guy in that receiving corps. So, Elijah Moore, you've been waiting for a couple years for him to really blossom, and it looks like it's happening.
Well, let's see if this defense steps up for the Giants because they're pretty good, man, those kids.
Yeah. That's what's been carrying them, right? That defensive running game.
Yeah, smash mouth football, baby. Giants, stomp these people out.
Yeah, that's the chant. Stomp these people out.
Destroy. I am a giant. You are a puny little man.
We should.
What?
Is that what they say on the field?
Yeah, I guess so.
We should each have like a mantra, for our teams. So your motto is
stomp that team out.
Stomp that team. Mine is go green guys. Oh, that's not that
what?
Good. Yeah,
that's not good.
Trent, do you got one for the Buccaneers?
Raise the flag.
Oh, that's not bad. You know what mine would have been?
What?
See, I got a good one for the Bucs.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to quote AC/DC on this. But fire the cannon.
Bloody hell, I'm telling you.
How about that one, Trent?
Yeah, I think you plagiarized that one, but
well, I quoted it. I said I'm quoting AC/DC.
Yeah,
okay.
AC/DC.
All right, let's get to your picks, man.
What was that?
He's making fun of us. All right, let's do our picks real quick here before we do the
Okay,
catch-up.
I have picks here to make, guys, and then I think it has to do with like football stuff, you know.
Do the whole show like that. That's a pretty good character. You like this character, Trent? Name that character, Trent. What's his name?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
I don't think so. Okay,
I don't think so.
think so.
I know that guy. You know? And you know what? Hey, how about the Colts and the Broncos?
You're Harvey Poindexter Gonzalez.
So
I'm picking the Denver Broncos, baby.
Yeah, remember their running back is out for the season now.
All right.
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson is not as good as Geno Smith, apparently.
But I'm still taking the Broncos. They're 3.5-point favorite.
Against who?
Against the Colts.
Ooh, that's a good game. At home?
No, at the Broncos, yes.
At Mile High?
Yes.
Man, the Broncos suck.
Yeah, I know, man. They're a bitch.
I'm gonna go Colts. I think the Broncos stink, man. I'm going Colts.
Coach Richard Jr. And you going with who, Trent?
I am going with the Denver Broncos.
Oh, get out the way. Get out the way. Okay. All right, look at these mugs. Giants and Packers.
Look at those mugs.
Packers are 7.5-point favorite.
Giants and Packers. I mean, and that's at the Meadowlands? Or
No, it's in England.
Oh, that's right. Whose home game is it, though?
I'm going with the Pack.
Yeah, you could go with the Pack.
I would suggest you go with the Pack as well if you're trying to win money.
It's okay.
You hear this, Trent?
I love the Giants because we're going to stomp these guys out.
You hear this, Trent? Now, watch the answer to this question, Trent. And how many times have you won this year?
It says, are you mentally disturbed there, son?
How many times have you won this year?
Let me see. None. Anyway. Oh, there's a big game, man. Miami at the Jets.
I feel so weird picking the Jets.
Yeah, I know. Miami, 3-point favorite.
I'm going Miami.
You're going Miami?
Yeah, I can't pick the Jets.
I got to go Miami, man.
Yeah. Teddy Bridgewater is a capable backup. Has a better arm than Tua, by the way. But, and the incredible players.
I'm picking your Jets.
I love Waddle.
Whoa.
The receivers, speaking about great receiver cores, Waddle and Hill and – the Dolphins are impressive. So
Mike Gesicki at the tight end.
Yeah, that's right. He's looking good. Yep.
Well, I'm going with the Jets.
Not for fantasy football.
I'm going for the Jets, man. How stupid can I be? But I'm going to, man.
Well, I hope you're right. I hope I'm wrong.
Steelers at the Bills, 14-point favorite.
I'm going Buffalo, man. Buffalo's
that's
kill.
easy. Yeah. Steelers. They don't know who their quarterback is.
Trent, it's on you, man. It's on you, man. Are you sitting down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The Falcons at the Bucks.
Oh.
And the Bucks, 8.5-point favorite.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm picking Tampa Bay. I think Tom Brady's not going to lose 3 in a row.
Wait a minute.
The Bucks are going to bounce back.
The Bucks are Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Let me tell you something. Man. Marcus Mariota, he has the opportunity to throw some interceptions, and he might do that this week.
All right, I'll buy that for $1. Okay.
I'm with it. Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. There's no way Brady's losing 3 in a row, especially when you got the Atlanta Falcons on the schedule.
All right.
Yeah, they want to beat Atlanta so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, how about the Chicago Bears at the Vikings? 6.5-point favorite, the Vikings.
The Bears, that's the Vikings easily. The Bears stink.
So?
Trent.
Say that again.
Bears at the Vikings.
Bears
at the Vikings. I'm going. That's a tough one, actually. No, I'll go Minnesota.
Okay. I'm telling you, man, you're pretty good there, man. I don't know what you're talking about, man. So anyway, over here, you got the Lions, and then you got the Pats, and the Pats are 2.5-point favorite at home.
The Lions at the Pats.
Yeah, but Mac Jones is hurt. Who is the third string? Mac Jones and their second string quarterback's hurt. So who's the third string?
Yeah. Who's going to be the quarterback for the Patriots this weekend? I don't know.
I don't know, but I think I'm going to go with the Lions.
Yeah, Lions. They're not great or anything, but they've competed so far.
And their defense is not bad at all.
Yeah.
So what's the record?
I think because the Patriots are playing a backup quarterback, I think Detroit has a chance to beat them. So I'll go Detroit too.
Yeah, I'll go Detroit. Yep.
Oh, Okay. Oh, boy. Here we go. Texans at Jags. 7.5 point favorite.
Jacksonville Jaguars football.
So that's your new team, dude?
RC3 gets to my inside reference.
Oh, okay. So you want the Jags, nah?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Jaguars and who?
And Jaguars.
Texans.
Texans.
Oh, Texans are terrible.
Okay,
Jaguars
it's all
have played
right.
good
You know
football
what?
this year.
You know what? You've
Texans are 0-3, and the Jaguars are 2-2.
I realize that. But you changed my mind. I'm going with the Jaguars.
Ah.
Yeah, you gotta go.
You
Jaguars.
got no marbles, they say.
Jaguars playing. Jaguars are surprising people too.
Yeah, they're surprising me, I can tell you that. Okay, so the Giants. Oh, boy, here we go. 3.5 point favorite. Chargers at the Browns.
Chargers at the Browns. You gotta go Chargers.
Chargers are banged up.
Yeah, they are banged up and on the road, and Cleveland just, I don't know, they find ways to lose games. You saw what happened against the Jets and then, against Atlanta last week, losing 23-20. They just, I don't know, they find ways to lose. So I'm definitely not going with Cleveland. I'll go with the Chargers.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
Okay. Oh, okay. I know what everybody going to pick here, And then it's a 2.5 point favorite, Tennessee at the Washington.
Tennessee at the Washington. Tennessee's coming on a little bit. You saw Henry, the way he played last week. He was kind of back to his old self. And if he plays like that, you have a playoff team that's a contender. They were the number 1 seed last year in the AFC, and Henry had a huge game, 114 yards on 22 carries. If he plays like that, they're hard to stop. So yeah, I'll go. Let's see if they carry that momentum into this.
Go with that Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. Sounds
all right.
Here we go. San Francisco against the Panthers.
Baker Mayfield
San Francisco
stinks.
all the way, man. Baker Mayfield sucks.
Yeah.
And
whoa, he said he sucks, dude.
Yeah, they're gonna get killed. That Niner defense is for real.
Okay. Here we go. Dallas at the Rams, 4.5 point favorite.
That's
Rams.
a tough game to call. Cooper
Yeah.
Rush is 4-0 in his career as a starting quarterback. And everybody says, there's no quarterback controversy, and Dak Prescott's the guy when he comes back because he makes so much money. But how do you take this guy out
I'm hearing
right now?
that Dak Prescott could return this week, actually.
So can you imagine Prescott returns this week and they lose?
That's right. 5 interceptions, dude.
So
12 fumbles.
But the Rams haven't.
Well,
the Rams look done, man. They just don't look. And, you got to give San Francisco's defense credit for the way they looked. But I don't know. There's just something off about the Rams. And the Cowboys have that defense. I'm going to go Cowboys. I'm going to go Cowboys in this game.
Yep, I'm going Cowgirls.
Cowgirls. I'm going to go with the Rams.
Trent, he always goes for the Giants win, Cowboys lose. That's my pick.
Yeah, baby. Suck it up, son.
I'm kind of concerned about this guy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Could have been something. Eagles, 5 point favorite over the Cards. At the Cards.
Damn.
Over the Cards.
The Cards.
This is a game that could make you really feel like the Eagles are for real.
Yes, because they got to catch that little dude, man.
I'll go with the Eagles.
Okay.
I got to go Philadelphia, man. Philadelphia looks good. They are the one of the most elite teams, if not the elite team in the National Football League.
Okay, just
right
because you said that, I'm going with the Cardinals.
And they're the only undefeated team left in the NFL.
Yeah, that's over this weekend, son.
All right.
Whatever you say, buddy.
I picked the Cards.
Trent, do you notice of course you do. Do you notice a trend here, Trent? NFC East, the Giants win, everybody else loses.
Yeah, baby. I'm loyal. I'm loyal to the stop this people.
This is not the way to win money.
It's not about the money this week. Okay. Ravens at home against the Bengals. Ravens 3 point favorite.
Ravens at home against. That's a really good game. Jeez. Man, the
I'm going
Ravens have
Cincinnati.
issues, dude. What was Harbaugh thinking last week? Not kicking that field goal, and then losing the game on that. My goodness, they've lost, and then they blow leads. They had the big lead against the Bills, and they blow it, and of course, he doesn't kick the field goal there, and doesn't show any faith in his defense. And the Ravens have some serious problems right now. They got the question marks with Lamar Jackson, and if he's going to return, he's trying to earn that money. A lot of the talk is that he doesn't want to be in Baltimore anymore. Harbaugh might have signed his ticket out of town, not kicking that field goal. I think the Ravens are a mess. So, you know what? And I like what I've seen from the Bengals the last couple of weeks. Let's go Cincinnati.
Okay, me too.
Joe Burrow and the guys.
Yeah. All right. Okay, last one, dudes. 7.5 point favorite Chiefs over the Raiders at the Raiders.
Kansas City.
Oh, yeah.
Kansas City.
All the way.
I'm going to pick Kansas City 38-10 over the Raiders.
Okay, so the total is 38,
That's
so it'll be 48.
Yeah.
48. Trent.
You know what? I'm going to go Kansas City, and my total will be 50 points.
50.
I hope Hunter Renfro's praying. That's all I can say.
Rich Trent.
Oh, my goodness. Those fumbles. What's up with that guy?
All right, so I got it, guys. And I'm going to win it all.
I hope so.
I hope so, too.
Let me just say this. If you win this week, it would have been a great week for the Giants.
You'll tell me, are you a god?
It's time to sit down and unwind and listen to the Couch Report.
Thank you for the Ghostbusters reference. That's always
welcome.
appreciated.
You're welcome.
100%. All right, Couch Report. You got anything this week, Trent?
Yeah, well, just getting ready for the storm. We're just recovering from the storm, getting back in the swing of things, getting ready to take a trip back up to the Keystone State, also known as Pennsylvania. I'll talk more about that next week. I'm going to watch a couple of hockey games, going to watch the Hershey Bears. They're a minor league hockey team. And by the way, I looked at the weather forecast up there. Me being a Floridian my entire life, I'm going to actually get a chance to feel some fall weather. I mean, I was up in, the band took a tour and we went up into the Northeast back when we were playing back in 2018. We went on a mini tour and I felt a little bit of fall weather, but this will be, for a week, I'm going to be there about 9 days. So this is going to be kind of one of those situations where I'm going to feel the 50-degree weather in the low in the 40s. And me being a Floridian my entire life, I really haven't had a chance to feel that Northeast winter type weather, and I'm looking forward to it.
Shit, you better get some long johns, son.
You better bring a sweater.
Some long socks, man.
Yeah.
We need to get Trent up to New York in January.
That's right.
No, we're packing, getting stuff ready for that. Obviously, that'll be on the Couch Report next week. I fly out Thursday the 13th, flying a very nice airline. So looking forward to getting on the plane and going back up north, bruh.
All right, bro. What else you doing up there, man? You know what I'm saying? We talk about that off the air, man. Huh?
Oh boy.
I'm really messing around.
What do you got, Mr. Super Radio Father?
Super Radio Father here, and then let me see. Just playing softball, getting it ready. Probably be playing 7 games this week. My boy D-Dub won't be playing next week. Okay, because him and his wife are going to Kentucky to watch their teams. 2 games.
Whoa.
So you talk about loyalty, brother.
Yeah.
Loyalty in blue, son.
When you travel with the team.
That's right.
Who are they playing?
They're playing 2 other college teams.
He doesn't know, Trent.
I don't know. But I know they're going to go sit down with about 80,000 people and watch and enjoy. So that's what it's all about anyway.
I have found college football this year to be dreadful. I don't know why. In previous years,
No,
I've been really been able to get into it.
It's been pretty good.
Yeah?
I just can't watch, what is it, Alabama games.
Oh.
It's like ridiculous.
Well, that's what I look for. I look for the top 10 teams, and every time like I tune in, there's just nothing to watch.
Was it Apporn State or some? I don't know, some shit, man. They were showing Fordham the other day, Ivy League college. That's not too bad.
Ivy League. Nobody cares about the Ivy League.
I know that. Even Columbia's doing good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, remember Columbia?
Oh, yeah. We used to go
Trent,
to
we went to a Columbia game one time because I saw.
We went to a million Columbia
Yeah,
games.
we went to, because I used to make deliveries, so I knew the guy in the stadium. He let us in, right, Rich? Give us hot dogs and all that. Before we sat down, it was like 28-0 or something. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And now they're better than that.
Well, I'll admit when I'm
I would
wrong.
hope.
There were some good games last week. Georgia barely beat Missouri 26-22, so that was good. Clemson 30-20 over NC State. So I don't know. I've every time I sit down, I'm like, let me try to watch some college football. It doesn't seem to be anything that draws me in.
What drew me in is the Kentucky Wildcats, you know?
Yeah.
Because
of your boy.
Yeah, well, you know, D-Dub, man.
And they lost.
And they lost at the end.
Yeah.
They were moving to a win, you know, and he fumbles the ball, the kid.
Did you enjoy that
Did you see
Ohio
his finger?
State Rutgers game?
Did you see his finger, the quarterback from Kentucky?
No, I did not watch.
Oh my
the
God,
Kentucky
his finger was
Wildcat.
completely turned sideways.
Oh man.
Yeah, you say it looked like he was pointing left, you know, but they straightened it out, and I was gonna say in the bullpen. On the sideline.
Well, maybe I got to do a better job of finding the good games because apparently there were some good games last week. So
yeah, man, this is a perfect time of year for college football.
Yeah. So anyway, that's on me.
Yeah.
What else you got?
No, everything is fine. You know. What is it? We made 47 years married last Tuesday.
Whoa.
Oh.
You know.
Congratulations.
It says, what are you gonna do? It says, by fighting the storm. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Had a storm coming.
Yeah, storm coming.
There's a storm coming.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if I know gray hair happens to appear on from time to time, but I wonder if your son RC3 is making the gray hair appear faster than you please. Probably.
Of course.
I don't know. I always thought about gray hair. Does gray hair come all over out of your body?
Well,
everywhere instead of your face, your head.
You need to get with it because, according to one of the great men in the history of this country, Walt Clyde Frazier, no play for Mr. Gray. I'm just saying, bro.
No way. I ain't putting no Mr. Gray down there. What are you, crazy, man?
No play for Mr. Gray. I'm just saying.
Hell.
So, hey, what do you want? Let's see. With me, as I mentioned, I've been playing a lot of Madden, and it's crazy. I never use the Jets, right? This year so far, I've used a combination of when I play. I'm usually using either Cincinnati or Buffalo.
Yeah.
But I got inspired to use the Jets. And the first game I used them, I got clobbered, so that wasn't too good. But then I had a very Jet game. I was losing 10-0 in the fourth quarter, and I ended up winning 17-10. So I was pretty pumped up about that.
Hey, Trent, did you ever tell you I go fourth down, and 95 yards to go, and I go for it.
Well, if he plays Madden, he throws on every play. And, it'll be 4th and 25 at his own 10-yard line, and he's going for it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what you call being predictable.
Yeah, it's not going to get you many wins online.
Being a shithead, man.
but I'm enjoying Madden. It's been a lot of fun. I finally did, after the storm this weekend, for the first time in a couple of months, got some clear skies one night, and I got out there, had a great session with the telescope in September. Jupiter was in opposition, which means it was closer to the Earth than it's been in 60 years. So I didn't catch it at its closest, but it's still pretty close right now. So was able to get the telescope out there and watch Jupiter. And, yeah, I got the best views of Jupiter I've ever gotten. Amazingly enough, I thought my looks with my 12 millimeter was better than my 9. A little less magnification, but I got all the moons in there. And the one difference is oftentimes with my smaller telescope, I'm dealing with the 12-inch Dobsonian. I used to look at Jupiter with a 3.5-inch Cassegrain, but with the 12-inch mirror, with the Cassegrain, the 3-inch mirror, it looked like a very bright white ball, and if you focus on it long enough, eventually you start to see the cloud formation. You're like, oh, look, there it is. I could see some detail.
What the hell are you talking about?
With this telescope, I see the detail immediately. Wow. It was you just saw the clouds. I could swear I saw the big red spot in one of the clouds.
Spot.
The storm raging on Jupiter.
Oh
the red
God.
spot. You don't know about the red spot.
That's some crazy shit, man.
But great looks. Especially got great looks with the 12-inch, 12 millimeter eyepiece, and then the 5 millimeter, which is really, it's such a big magnification. It's really only for planetary use. I got great looks with that too. So I actually took some pictures with my cell phone. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. I saw some cool things. Got the Andromeda Galaxy in there. Looked great actually on my 30 millimeter. I like less magnification on that. So anyway, it was just cool to get out there. Spent about 3.5 hours. It was nice and cool. You have that first cool weather,
Oh, my God. We played yesterday in the cool weather. It was great.
So about 3 hours in, the mosquitoes really started biting, and they didn't care about my spray anymore. So that was when it was time to close shop and lug the big telescope into the house. But it was a successful night. I saw a lot of cool things, and it was cool to see Jupiter like that. It really
that's
was.
very cool, man.
Anyway, I know you don't care. Nobody cares. But,
my tears are falling.
It was fun for me. Anyway.
I plead the fifth.
Whoa, what's that? Who did that?
What?
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 Where am I?
I don't know where you're at. Hey, honey, I love you.
Trent, I'm sorry.
Happy anniversary. You too, Trent. You know what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Actually, this music bed is very long, so you don't have to be in a rush.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So, what do you want to talk about now?
He's trying to talk slower, Trent. But
don't prolong it anymore.
Any last words, Trent?
No, just have a great week, and we'll be back next week to have a little more fun.
Oh yeah, that's right. He doesn't sound like he's having fun. He sounded disappointed. You heard that?
Yeah, I know.
We'll be back next week.
Hey, do you carry handkerchiefs?
We will be back if there's any doubt. In the words of Bob Dylan, time is an ocean, but it ends at the shore. The Super Radio Brothers have reached the shore. See ya!
Be safe, everybody. Love
How
ya.
about them Buccaneers?
There you go. Love you, honey. I think I pulled my back trying to dance to that.